By the time you're watching this video right about now, you would have already read the news that has been written all over all social media platforms and blogs, and very many verified tier 1 journalists like Fabrizio Romano, that Manchester United have settled to get Erik ten Hag as the permanent manager of Manchester United. Welcome to Manchester United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? This is the channel that brings you your latest news and information as far as the Manchester United news is concerned in there for you. Right about now, it's really a very exciting moment in there because the fans' favorite has been chosen by the board of Manchester United. Things have unfolded from Pochettino to Erik ten Hag, then again it's to Erik ten Hag in there, and as we speak right about now, the spin has stopped and the board has really gone in for Erik ten Hag. I'm really going to give you my verdict on this because I've seen very many people coming out and give their verdicts, and I said, who am I not to come out and give out my verdict, because it's really valid, because every human is entitled to his or her own opinion in there for you. Just 4 hours back, ESPN, that is Netherlands, came out and broke the news that Erik ten Hag and Manchester United almost a done deal in there. That is ESPN from Netherlands, and you know what it means when a Netherlands outlet comes out and gets us this news, because that shows you exactly that it's really real, because they're best from Netherlands in there. And after the ESPN Netherlands coming out and confirming this, very many other platforms have come out and really gone ahead to verify this. And they went ahead to say sources in England and Netherlands have told ESPN that United have settled for Ten Hag as their new manager. You know what this means? When ESPN comes out and says this, you just know that it's already agreed and United are here to come out and do the needful and wait to see how they unveil or announce the next manager of Manchester United in there. They continue to say that is Mark Odgen. Mark Odgen is a senior writer at ESPN, and Rob Dawson, you know that one, he's a usual suspect. He is a Manchester United and Man City correspondent for ESPN in there. He came out and said, while some at Manchester United considered PSG boss Pochettino, Arnold and Glazer are in agreement that Erik ten Hag is the best candidate to replace interim manager Ralf Rangnick in there for you. Something that excited people in there, because this is a moment that all of us have been waiting for. Because if you come in the new job like this lad who goes by the names of Richard Arnold, you're the new CEO. If you are to show us that you're different from Ed Woodward, you have to drop all the policies and favorites of Ed Woodward, because we expect you to come in here and do the needful for the club. Now, Erik ten Hag is the club's favorite, especially the fans. When you look at the ex-players, Wayne Rooney, Nicky Butt, Teddy Sheringham, Wayne Rooney, Gary Neville, and very many others, the likes of this other guy that is now the current manager of Reading. He was once a player at Wolves, he once coached Wolves in there. He also came out and said he prefers Pochettino because he has Premier League experience, but that argument was really beaten to the ground, because facts show that most of the managers that have won the Premier League don't have Premier League experience. Sir Alex Ferguson never had it, Arsene Wenger never had it, Jose Mourinho never had it, is it Mancini who won it for Man City never had it. When you look at Antonio Conte, there is Mauricio Sarri, all of those never had it. Pep Guardiola never had it, Jurgen Klopp has never had it, and they are winning big for a team which goes by names of Manchester United. Now, this news is exciting. If at all Richard Arnold has really come out and agreed with Joe Glazer that we have agreed with Erik ten Hag, that is something great and positive for the Manchester United camp in there, because we all knew that these two people had sided for a man who goes by the names of Pochettino, but because of the fan pressure, because a lot of pressure was so much exalted to them by the fans, they really came out and accepted in there for you. And they had in mind what happened way back after United was part of the Super League, and these fans came out and demonstrated outside Old Trafford. They even stopped that game of Manchester United with Liverpool to happen. You know that very well. And United didn't play that game very well in there for you. And they know in mind that they don't want to annoy fans anymore. And I really believe that the fans' pressure is now being felt by the Glazers, because in this world of social media, you easily get to know what your fans really do think. So what they decided is, however much you want Pochettino will be available even after some 3 or 5 years. Let's go with what the fans want, such that they don't put the blame on us that each and every time we've come in and made a decision, it has gone the wrong way. Let's go with what they want, because I've never seen the fans of United go in and say that we want David Moyes. They never wanted David Moyes. For Louis van Gaal, I think it was 50-50. Jose Mourinho, I think most of the fans of Manchester United liked Jose Mourinho, although I never liked him. Personally, I said that's a very bad move made by Manchester United, because Van Gaal, to me, I really believe that he had built a culture at Manchester United. We were really playing possessive football, and we didn't get the finish very well. But I really believe that with time, we would have really reached a level of us playing better football with Louis van Gaal in there. And we pray for Louis van Gaal, because he was diagnosed with prostate cancer and he is undergoing treatment in there for you. And we cross our hands together for Louis van Gaal in there for you. But Richard Arnold and Joe Glazer have shown us that they've now listened to the fans' pressure, and they've also utilized the presence of Ralf Rangnick, because from the word go, Fabrizio Romano has always come out on his podcast and told us that Ralf Rangnick is so much interested in a signing of Erik ten Hag as the next Manchester United manager. And I really believe that he really came out in the news and already said, no, I'm not involved into this talk, but he just wanted to take that pressure off him for people to say that he cannot win because he's so much focused onto the next Manchester United manager. And others would be saying that he's trying to involve himself in matters that don't concern him, yet he's supposed to be into this side searching for the points that will see United complete into the Champions League positions in there. So I really believe that he really said that he has not been consulted about who the next manager is going to be in there, because he just wanted to take that pressure off him and resist some questions from the journalists in there, so that even the players focus on this game of football 100% in there. But I think this has really gone ahead to rubbish out all rumors that these people are not really contacting Ralf Rangnick, something that I didn't really believe from the word go, because Richard Arnold coming in at Manchester United as the new CEO needed to do new things. He needed to do new things. What are the new things you had to do? You have to listen to a man who has built very many clubs in history, and he brought a style of football known as gang pressing that was so much adapted by Jurgen Klopp, Nagelsmann, Hansalt of Southampton, and Thomas Tuchel, you get, and very many other German coaches have really come out and adapted to that system in there. So why would you not utilize such a person? And I really believe that they are utilizing him very well, and he's going to be at Manchester United for a so long time, because I really believe that this is going to be his first big club to be transformed in there to the next process that United wants to be. And I think all of the people that we are saying in the news that Ralf Rangnick is not being considered by the board on his decisions on who the next manager is going to be, have been sat down, because many people say that the energy of all the input of Ralf Rangnick in the next manager is limited. Something that came out and said, no, it can't be limited, because all these people at the club have made footballing decisions and they've backfired. This is the only chance they have to make things right. And there is no way Richard Arnold could make a decision that Ralf Rangnick has not endorsed, because Ralf Rangnick is the master of this. He knows who is going to be the next manager of Manchester United and who is really going to come in and recruit in good players. I really believe that in the board meeting, Ralf Rangnick told them, look at how much you've spent. No team has spent more than you in the last 10 years, ever since Alex Ferguson left. You've spent a lot of money, close to £1 billion, but you've not won any serious trophy. Because people will say, no, United won a UEFA Europa League and they won a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup. To me, a fan who saw United compete for the Champions League and the Premier League trophies, those are just silverwares. They are just additions to the big trophies in there for you. So he told them that what you're doing is bad. What you should do is bring in a manager to build in a culture that is going to help United live for the next even 30 years. And how is that done? It's done like this. Get in a manager like Erik ten Hag, let him introduce a new system of play at Manchester United. When he introduces the new system of play at Manchester United, guess what is going to happen? This will happen. He will get players that will fit into that system. Even when he's away, you'll get in another manager who fits in that philosophy, and even when you are going to make signings, you won't need to wait for the new manager to come in to make signings, because rumor has been making rounds that United is not agreeing deals or has not yet started talking to the players they want to come to Manchester United next season, because they have no manager, and it will be very hard to convince a player to come in at Manchester United at the period of time when you don't have a manager. You get? So, but clubs like Bayern Munich, even when they've sacked their manager, guess what happens? They go ahead to look for those players, because those players know that Bayern Munich has built a philosophy for the last 50 years. You know what Bayern Munich is going to play. You get? So even if Oliver Kahn says, we want that player, Karl Rummenigge says, we want that player will know that I'm going to fit to the system, because the system of Bayern Munich doesn't change. They always look for the next hot manager that is available to come in and put this to work. So Ralf Rangnick told them that's what you're supposed to do, and United went ahead to listen to these people in there, because they had nothing to do. They had nothing to do. I really tell you, because this was the only escape route they had, and Ralf Rangnick made it clear. I will believe in his after-match press conference after United drew with Leicester City and they dropped 2 points in there. Ralf Rangnick came out and laid it out very clear and told the board and the news that the next manager at Manchester United should be able to come in and change things and build a philosophy in here and get in right players that will fit into this system. That's what he came out and said. And people said he is not so much involved into this. And when he made that statement, it knocked directly into my medulla oblongata that this is the right man, and he is so much involved into this. In his own words, quoted by Fabrizio Romano, he said, whenever the new head coach is clear, it has to be, how does he want to play and what kind of players do we need? Then we come back to DNA, speed, physicality, tempo. What do we need? So you see that statement? Most people read it because he said it on the 4th of April. I think it was the 3rd of April in there. That's when he said it, but people took it for granted. But me, as Rock and David on Manchester United Matters channel, I took it serious to a level of knowing that this man is so much involved into this. People never agreed into this, but he was so much involved into this. All right, you can as well go onto our poll, into the live chat and vote, because we are asking you, will Erik ten Hag get Manchester United back to title winning ways? That is the question in there for you. You can go and cast your vote in there for you, but on the votes that we have, almost 100% are saying yes. It shows you how much people have belief into this man who is going to come into Manchester United in there. Then Rob Dawson of ESPN went ahead to say the difficulties experienced by Pochettino at PSG this season, combined with the potential cost of releasing him from his contract at Parc des Princes, left him behind Ten Hag for both football and financial reasons in there for you. This is just an escape route to give Pochettino a very big hail that he does not deserve. I really believe that there is no way, even if it were a lot of money to be paid for Erik ten Hag to come into Manchester United, United has that money. He has that money. And when you have that money, you cannot go in for Pochettino, because I don't believe that Pochettino is not a good coach. He's a good coach and he's proven. He's going to win his first biggest silverware with PSG this season in there. But I look at what he's doing and what philosophy does he live and build. You get? And let's look at our competitors in there. When you have Ralf Rangnick at the top on the board and Erik ten Hag, you will give Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp plus Thomas Tuchel sleepless nights when United is going to play Chelsea, Man City, or Liverpool than when you have Pochettino, because Pochettino is predictable. But if you want a swift manager in the modern football, there is no way you get your eye off Erik ten Hag. And I really believe that things concerning that Pochettino could cost United a lot of money, that's out. Because if United fans wanted Pochettino, they would have gone in and paid that amount of money, trust me. They would have gone in and paid it all. But because Manchester United fans came out in a unison and said, we want Erik ten Hag, no one else, the board had nothing to do. They had to go in and bring Erik ten Hag because he is the ideal man for the job. He is the ideal man for the job. That's why I turn off, I rubbish everything concerning that. The reason as to why we've brought in Erik ten Hag is because he's cheap to bring in and the cost of bringing Pochettino is high. No way, no way, no way. That is undermining Erik ten Hag. I really believe that Erik ten Hag has a better footballing brain. Secondly, he comes in at Manchester United to build a philosophy for the very first time ever since Alex Ferguson left. And we've been told that in the interview he held with Manchester United, he told them this is going to be a 5-year rebuild, and we fans are okay with it because each and every time we've tried to go in for a quick solution, we've drowned. Moyes failed, Van Gaal failed, Jose Mourinho failed, which other Ole Gunnar Solskjaer failed in there, you get, and you can see that almost all of those fail in their third year. You get, in their third year, they fail to produce what we expect them to give to the club. You know that very well. So I really believe that Erik ten Hag is the ideal man for the job, and let's not undermine him by really saying that because he's cheap, that's why they've sided for him, because of a team which goes by the names of PSG having Pochettino. That's out. My big question is, will Erik ten Hag be given the 5 years? Do the board and the fans of Manchester United have the patience to come in and wait for those 5 years until he delivers? Because Louis van Gaal said to the board that, give me 2 years, I first rebuild. After the rebuild, in the third season, ask me for the trophy and I'm going to give you a Premier League. You get? And in his second season, he won United an FA Cup and he was sacked. You get? So, is this going to be a yardstick and a lesson for the board of Manchester United to come out and say, all right, we did this on Louis van Gaal because he had promised us a trophy in his third year and we sacked him after winning the FA Cup because United never went into the Champions League, and we brought in Jose Mourinho, and when we brought in Jose Mourinho, it failed. Are we going to let this happen again, or we let Erik ten Hag go on with the 5 years? Because he has come out clearly and told them. And this is what United should accept, that a rebuild should be accepted. And Erik ten Hag is going to come in and buy in players that are not that expensive but are good. I give people an example of Arsenal. Look at Arteta. The first season, he was only a manager for 6 months. He came in January 2020, finished 8th. He managed to win an FA Cup and a Charity Shield. After that, he went in the second season, he finished 8th. Now his second full season at Arsenal, he's battling for the 4th position of the Premier League. He has brought in players. The most expensive players are brought in is Ben White at £50 million, partnering him with a £30 million player who got Gabriel Magalhaes, all brought in by the same manager, plus Ramsdale, £20 million close, and they're having one of the best defense. They've kept, I think, close to 12 clean sheets this season in the Premier League. That is what we talk of a rebuild. That's the rebuild all about. You bring in players and you put them in the field of play. And I think Erik ten Hag told them clearly that I don't want you guys to come in and intervene into my transfers. When I come to your club, if I say I don't want Harry Maguire, he has to leave. If I say I don't want Rashford, he has to leave. If I say I don't want Bruno Fernandes, he has to leave because I don't want him in my system because he doesn't fit in my system. If you're not going to allow me to do my job, then you are not having me. That's what Erik ten Hag is telling these people. And that's what Ralf Rangnick is telling them. You can't win unless you've given a manager total control of the club. Look at Liverpool. They brought in Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz has hit close to 4 goals this season. 2 in the Champions League, I think 2 in the Premier League, and I think 1 in the FA Cup. That is Luis Diaz in there for you. So he came on very well scouted, and they told him, please, fit in this team. He's playing very well for Jurgen Klopp and the team is winning. So what does it take for United to go there? The answer is simple. Let Erik ten Hag come in. When he comes in, everything is going to go on as well. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Then Telegraph Football came out and said Manchester United closing in on appointment of Erik ten Hag as their new manager. Deal not agreed yet, but things now moving fast in there for you. But all in all, the good news that we have to come here and smile for is that United have settled in for Erik ten Hag. United have settled in for Erik ten Hag. That's the good news. Feel free to go into the live chat and tell me what you think about Erik ten Hag and Manchester United. And there is a poll right into the live chat about Erik ten Hag. Will he get United back to the winning ways? Go in there and cast your vote as we go through the tweets that really came through after this news was really late in. Then Telegraph came out and said talks between Manchester United and Erik ten Hag have gathered pace over the past 24 hours with both parties increasingly confident a deal will be struck in the coming days in there. That is Jay Bart of Telegraph and is the chief football correspondent for Daily Telegraph and the Sunday Telegraph in there for you. So everything is positive. First-year journalists coming out and confirming this. It's something great in there that United is going in for ten Hag in there. I'm having my man who goes by names of Ten Hag says, how are you doing? I will sign with Manchester United, don't worry. All right, he is calling himself Ten Hag. I don't know whether I'm talking to Ten Hag in there himself, but look in the comment section below. There is someone saying I'll sign in for Manchester United, don't worry in there for he's called Ten Hag in there. But I really believe that he is not the one, but you never know, he might be watching us right now because this channel has gathered a lot of viewers all over the world. Then Samuel Mokbo, chief football reporter, Daily Mail, said Man United are holding talks with Ajax to establish the full terms of Erik ten Hag release. An agreement to appoint him is very close in there. So it shows you that this has gathered pace, it has gathered momentum, and United are really settled up for Erik ten Hag. Pochettino has been kicked out of the window. He's no longer in the race to be the Manchester United manager. Pochettino out. Guys, it's not that I hate Pochettino. I really love Pochettino, but at this juncture where United is, we don't need a manager like Pochettino. We need a manager who has made winning his foot. And who is that? It's Erik ten Hag. When you look at the way a team which goes by names of Ajax is playing, oh my God, it's really amazing. Someone will say Benfica knocked him out, but if at all you watched that two-game tie, you'll come out here and tell me that Benfica was just a lucky side and Ajax was just unlucky, because Ajax attacked Benfica left, right, and center. You get? Especially into that game that was in Netherlands, that Benfica came out and beat them by 1-0. I have the stats with me. You get? This is what happened. 16 shots, Benfica had 4. 2 shots on target for Ajax and 1 for a team which goes by the names of Benfica. Listen to the ball possession. 69% was possessed by a side which goes by names of Ajax and 31 was for Benfica. That means Ajax had most of the ball with them. Listen to the passes. 596 passes, almost 600 passes were completed by Ajax, and a team which goes by the names of Benfica completed 277, almost times 2. It's times 2, no worries, it's times 2 even, times 2 or times 3, almost times 3 the number of passes that Ajax put up against the side which goes by the names of Benfica. This is what we want. We want to lose, even if we lose to a side like Leicester City or Everton or what, but have we tried our level best? Have we been the better side on the pitch? Because it's not going to be winning every game in there. That's impossible. But we want to be sure that our system we've laid can go on and outpossess any side in the Premier League and get us points. Even if we lose, but how have we lost? There are games that you lose and say, oh my God, you've lost it, but we really had a very good position. I remember when Louis van Gaal was here, if you remember that game that we drew 0-0 with Chelsea, we outpossessed Chelsea. The only thing we failed was to score a goal, and Van Gaal came out and said, the best game I've played at Manchester United is one against Chelsea, and we did one thing, we lost a goal. We never got the ball at the back of the net. Corners, Ajax had 10 corners and these ones had 4. So that is something I really want to let you know, that let's be confident this is happening, and very soon it's going to be announced by Manchester United. And when you look at what Fabrizio Romano has come out and put in there, it just shows you that United have already agreed, and Erik ten Hag cannot say no to this signing in there, because he wants to come at Manchester United. He wants to be that manager to go down in history, that he changed things at Manchester United. Who is the best manager in the Premier League right now? It's Pep Guardiola. No worries. Who did he work with when he was at Bayern Munich? It was Erik ten Hag. For Pep Guardiola to come out and entrust you in his team, you must be a special manager. Look at Arteta. Arteta is one of those managers that when Pep Guardiola came to the Premier League, he put his career at Arsenal to the end and told him, please come and join me as a coach at a side which goes by the names of Man City. And that's what he did. When he went there, he was there for some good years. You get close to 3 or 4 years. After that, he went to Arsenal, and guess what he's doing at Arsenal? He's doing a great job at Arsenal. And trust me, to me, I really believe that Erik ten Hag is far much better than a manager who goes by the names of Arteta. You get? It's not undermining Arteta, but I really believe that Erik ten Hag is a better manager than Arteta. I really believe that. I really believe that. So Fabrizio Romano has come out and said Manchester United board are pushing on Erik ten Hag as new manager. Agreement not completed yet, but talks are ongoing. Staff, budget, and more. He's also approved by Ralf Rangnick, and Erik ten Hag priority has always been Manchester United. Work in progress. Very, very much positive and good to see to it that United have come on and agreed to Erik ten Hag to be the next manager of Manchester United in there. He has always been the priority, and we wait to see what is going to bring at Manchester United in there. Ajax expect Erik ten Hag to become Manchester United next manager. United insist they have not yet secured a done deal with the manager. That is Samuel Lucas in there for you. No deal has been agreed yet, but trust me, Erik ten Hag is eagerly waiting to become the next Manchester United manager, and Manchester United too can't wait to get in Erik ten Hag in there for you. And the main reason as to why I will believe this deal is going to be announced before this week comes to an end, because when you look at Ajax at the league standings, they are leading the table by 3 points. Now they are leading the table by 4 points. Ajax is at 69 and PSV is at 65. How many games left? They play 34 games and it's only 6 games left. He just needs to win 5 of the remaining games, almost 4 games in there, and get 1 draw. Then he'll be the winner of this Eredivisie in there. But I will believe that Ajax announcing that Erik ten Hag is leaving this season, this is going to be his last season, will motivate these players to give him a very good bye-bye. You get? What a bye-bye to Erik ten Hag if at all he wins the trophy and is in the final for their like FA Cup with PSV in there. You get? What a way to live. So I really believe that this deal should be announced by Manchester United as soon as possible. We will be at cloud 9 and we are going to jubilate about this. And I really believe that we are really going to have the best transfer summer of all time ever since Alex Ferguson left, because we are really going to be having 2 people at the club, at the helm of the club, who are so good at discovering the next good talent. There would be top class players that are playing elsewhere and have not been known by the top media. That is Erik ten Hag and Ralf Rangnick. You get? When you have those 2, you'll know that when you have a budget of 150 million pounds, you'll go in and get in players at 30 million pounds, close to 5 players. You bring them at Manchester United and they'll get that job done immediately. You know that very well. So I will believe that United have really made a better choice, and I can't wait for the summer, guys. I'm excited about the summer you're going to have. I don't know how excited you guys are, but for me, I'm so much excited. I'm excited about the summer we are going to have at Manchester United, because we are having one of the best, sorry, two of the best when it comes to discovering new talent. Let me give you Erik ten Hag, Ziyech, Danny Van Beek, Matthias De Ligt, De Jong. You get? Those are some of the players that we really brought to life. Now he has Anthony, he has Gravenberg. There is a central defender that he wants to come with at Manchester United. He's so good. You get? He's discovering talent. I saw even another. I was watching their game when they're playing Feyenoord. There is a player that came onto that pitch. I've forgotten his name, but he's also young and good. Look at Ralf Rangnick. All of the players that are really putting the world on tension and the run were discovered by him. Roberto Firmino, Sadio Mane, Naby Keita, Erling Haaland. You get? Very many players. Others I've just forgotten about their names, but these two, we are having them at Manchester United. Can you imagine of the season and the summer we are going to have? Because we are really going to let out the deadwood, and that deadwood will collect United close to £100 million, because I really believe that Nemanja Matic, Juan Mata, Jesse Lingard, Paul Pogba, those are going for free. Those are going for free, that is confirmed. But United will get money from Phil Jones, like £15 million. They'll get money from Eric Bailly, close to 20, that is 35. They'll get money from Anton Martial, maybe. Anton Martial, I think, will stay. They'll get money from, which other player? Which other player will need to get money from? Who is willing to go? United can collect close to £50 million in there, out of there, that, and if I told you had £50 million to the £150 million budget that is provided by Manchester United, that is going to be 200. Oh, I had even forgotten Andres Pereira, close to 10 million euros, you get? So, when you get those players out, then they're really going to go in and get us good quality players, like you saw what Pep Guardiola did. Most of his players are at 40 million pounds, but guess what they're doing on the pitch? That's what Erik ten Hag and Erik ten Hag and Ralf Rangnick are really going to do at Manchester United there for you. Thank you guys for watching. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the subscription button. After smashing it, hit the notification bell and hit all, such that you get notified every time I upload a video to this channel. Now we've had 5 votes on our poll. Will Erik ten Hag get United back to the winning ways? And all of these 5 people have said yes. I also say yes. He's going to get us to the title winning ways. I'm out for now. See you later. We are going to be back.